Hey folks, welcome back to my channel. In our first clip, two officers arrived at a citizen's house and demanded, "Where is your mother?" Opened the door. The man whose mother had recently undergone knee surgery and wasn't in a condition for a psychiatric exam tried to explain her situation. Despite this, the officers kept pushing, questioning whether his mother was aware of her mental state. Frustrated, the man accused them of invading their privacy, insisting they should have asked for permission before attempting to speak with her. Later, when he voiced concerns about the neighborhood security and inquired about any video evidence, the officers became agitated. Watch what happens next and share your thoughts in the comments below.
Psychiatric exam officer, okay?
We need to know if she's competent.
No, I'm sorry, but you're at the wrong address to be doing that. 1, 2, she has a knee operation that's happened.
I can show you all my knee scars too. So
Okay, look, we're not, you're,
just trying to find out if your mom is aware, and that's all we need to know and get out of your hair. It's a very simple question. As long as she knows.
don't ask, she's pleading the fifth. Don't say anything to him. I will get you a piece of paper, sir.
What you think or what you say is going on for you, and you can record all you so desire. All we want to know is that mom is okay, so we can get out of your hair.
Okay. My mom...
You understand what I just said to you? It's a yes or no question.
Are you asking me a psychiatric question now?
I'm asking you if you understand what I just said.
I understand. I respect you guys. I understand everything that's going on. I understand that right now you're invading her privacy.
You're not invading anybody's privacy. We're here to make sure your mom's okay. And
my mom is okay.
All she has to answer your question. It's a very simple question. Do you know what today's date is?
No, you're not going to ask these questions, okay?
Then
Today is Friday the 7th. We just got out of a court hearing.
Sir, listen carefully.
No, you listen carefully. You're on private property.
You don't seem to understand. If we got to come back with DCF, one of you is going to be...
No, we don't want that to happen.
Well, then let her answer the damn question.
Okay.
Stop interfering.
Then just tell them to plead the fifth. That's it. Just like what Mark said. Mark and Craig. Just...
Yeah, because you're not letting her talk. That's it.
No, I think you need to be quiet now.
Okay.
He asked me a question.
That's not your option. The same way I can talk, you can talk. It's the same thing.
Okay, sir.
If I ask you to be quiet,
Do you want to talk to your cohort here?
No, you don't have to talk to nobody. There's no say over what I say.
Are you his supervisor? No. Okay. Well, he just asked me a question. What is it? What is this?
Stop, man.
No, I will stop. Do you want me to go get a book and then talk to you?
A what?
A book. A book about law enforcement activity and how you guys are supposed to go and conduct whatever you do.
A book?
Yes, a book.
Okay, well listen, we just wanted to make sure that she's okay.
She is okay.
Now that we know
I would like your help, okay? Do you understand?
With?
What would you like help with?
She's trying to sell the property.
Okay.
Okay?
We're selling this property.
This property here, okay? So since all of this has evolved, she's had stuff happen where she's had people walk up to the door, the garage door there, which is fairly new, and kick it. There's a dent that's in the door. She has a trailer here where the blue marks are on the trailer right there. They're on the right side. They've come up and they've banged it with something, a stick or something. Okay, this truck, who is also my mom's, they've come up and they put scratches and dings. There was a guy that came up and he banged the hood right here, where next to the hood badge there. We had to pay like $100 to have the damage taken out by the company that did it, because the guy came up and did that, okay, with his hand fisted like that. When we call your police department, we're calling you. Just as you came out here, somebody gave you a job. Are we in agreement with that?
You got a complaint to come check on your mom.
Okay, they're giving a job to you. When we call and we have problems and we've been victimized, we're giving you a job. Okay? You have the authority to decide not to do the job or to do the job, okay? So the complaint you have, and you've come out here because you're the individual that broke in here, okay? And I'm not saying that you broke in here like a thief. I understand. But you came in and you've already admitted that you were in here and you had a black person that was with you. That black person shut the cameras off that we have.
That'd be awful strange because we have no control over that.
Okay, well, it did happen. I don't look.
With that person was from Department of Children and Families just trying to check that your mom was okay.
Okay, that's fine. My mom is fine. Okay, my mom is from the west coast of the United States of America. My mom is selling this house. My mom's family is there. That includes me too. My mom was in a contract back when you came in here. She was in a contract to purchase a property there.
So how did that alter anything on the West Coast when we're here on the East Coast?
What do you mean, how did that alter it? You came here, I believe it was in February. That's the last time. And you came here on a Saturday and a Sunday.
To check on the welfare of your mom.
We weren't here. Our security people advised us that you were here, you were inside the house. This is inside the house right here. Okay, well, I need a case number. You come out and you enter upon somebody's property. You
stop and listen now, because you're starting to make no sense whatsoever.
No.
This is not a criminal matter, so there's not a case number. There's an incident number.
Okay.
So obviously, your knowledge is not exactly what you...
I'm not a police officer with the city of Palm Beach Gardens.
Stop trying to state like what you know with the knowledge.
No.
This officer will give you the incident number. We'll mark down that your mom appears to be aware and alert, and we're done. It was very simple.
That's...
They need to be sitting here for the past 10 minutes having this back.
I would rather be giving you, not giving you, but sharing coffee with you or...
I don't drink coffee. Produce it and we'll see what we can do for you. If not, it's a big trailer. Maybe that when you were pulling into the driveway, you clipped a tree branch. I can't answer that. It's something in the past. I'm not going to get involved with that. My
okay.
is going to give you his card like we requested, and we're done.
Thank you. Can you leave that? And thank you very much. Thank you very much. Have a safe and happy weekend.
This situation really highlights how important it is to respect people's personal space, especially when they're dealing with a tough time. When officers show up unannounced and insist on seeing someone who's recovering from surgery, it can feel really intrusive and stressful. In this case, the man's mother had just gone through knee surgery, so she wasn't in any shape to handle a psychiatric exam. Instead of understanding that, the officers kept pushing, which only made things more tense. What's really concerning here is the lack of empathy. The man wasn't just being difficult, he was protecting his mom who wasn't ready to deal with the extra stress. It's hard enough to recover from surgery without unexpected visits from officers asking personal questions. If the officers had taken a moment to understand the situation, they might have approached it differently, maybe even finding a way to check on the mom without causing so much anxiety. And then when the man expressed concern about the safety of his neighborhood, asking if there was any video evidence to help him feel secure, it seemed like the officers got defensive instead of addressing his worries. Everyone wants to feel safe where they live, but that shouldn't come at the cost of privacy and peace of mind. At the heart of this situation is the need for better communication and more respect. Officers are there to protect and serve, but part of that job is understanding the people they're helping. If they had been more sensitive to what the man and his mother were going through, the whole encounter could have been handled much better. We're all trying to keep our loved ones safe and neighborhoods secure, but the way we approach it makes a big difference in how we all feel at the end of the day.
سلمي هلا سلمي هلا فإسألوا سارة سلوا سلا لا سلا So Inshallah 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 Inshallah, Salami Hala, Inshallah.
I'm saying congratulations. What are y'all doing?
Samana si Salah.
What does it look like we're doing? I mean, why? You can try to get my picture of my car all you want to. I didn't give you the permission to get in my car or anything of me, so you can go ahead, buddy. I am, buddy. Why don't you go away off this right here? Off what? This property, this area. Looks like I'm on a public sidewalk, buddy.
Salah Shirabo.
Yeah, my wife works here and her safety is compromised by you doing this. I hope she makes good money here. It's my wife's safety that I'm worried about. Why don't you take your tail on?
take your tail off. You're gonna leave before I do.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
Okay.
How much you got on you?
How much I got what on me?
You said you want to bet, so how much you got on you? Well, here comes the pen back.
What's your badge?
You want me to tell you where it's gonna be?
I wasn't talking to you.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Okay, for starters, you just cussed me. That is actually, what is that? That was disorderly conduct.
Oh, sounds more like free speech.
No, that's public disorderly conduct because you're on a public street and you're cussing. That's public disorderly conduct.
You ever been to like Disney World or anything like that?
They don't video me without me knowing about it.
You ever took pictures there?
Of the park?
You ever took pictures of your kids at Disney World or anything?
I don't have any kids.
Good thing.
Excuse me? Thank you, ma'am. Good thing what? Good thing I don't have any kids? You got something funny to say about me not having any kids?
I just said it.
I don't take that as a joke.
Take it however you want.
Oh, it's real funny. You can't speak to me in English, but you understand everything I say. All of a sudden, you can understand everything, can't you? Me? The law's on the way.
Yeah,
I'll
go away,
leave.
Don.
Thank you for telling them my name now.
Honestly, man, this guy freaking out over two people with cameras is something else. It's like he's channeling the same energy as this hilarious gift right here. But come on, what do you expect from someone who thinks it's illegal to film a car without permission? Not to mention filming the person themselves. It's pretty clear he's never heard of the First Amendment's freedom of press, let alone the plain view doctrine. So the Anderson PD shows up to the scene. The big question is, do the cops involved decide to honor their oath and respect our constitutional rights? Or do they add to the chaos? Grab your popcorn because we're about to roll the tape and find out.
Now you're on the property. So it's my best friend. What do you mean you can't do it?
Can't do anything.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Even with them recording the bank?
Yes, sir. Perfectly legal to see. First Amendment right. That you film anything that can be seen from public.
With their own private property now.
No, it's public.
It's private.
This is public.
That's private. This is the bank. The bank owns
The
it.
inside of the bank is private.
Well, but this is private also. So if I was to have a wreck right here and hit somebody, they're not highway patrols, or you're not gonna come out here. It's gonna be considered private property.
We still work wrecks with private property. It's just different forms.
Yes,
but
it's a white form. I know exactly what you're saying.
Right.
But would it not be odd for them to be filming in the bank like this?
It's odd. I wouldn't do it personally on my day off.
I mean, can you not find out why they're doing it?
How you doing,
And
sir?
he has a badge on this.
Yes, sir. Can you tell me why you're filming, sir?
I was just walking and taking pictures of the bank.
Yeah, I mean, I can't.
I don't think that's anything
How
criminal.
was all of a sudden you can speak to me now? I asked you a while ago.
I understand.
I don't
what
have
you're
to talk
saying.
to you.
I get that it's
You need to take every bit of that recording of me.
I won't. And please try to sue me. You're in public. Anything that I can see in public, I can
I
record.
can knock you out right now.
Hey,
That's
brother,
a
we're not
threat.
doing that.
I want to press charges.
Hey, brother, we're not doing that.
I said that's a threat. You want to take me to jail? I'll start.
Just relax. Just relax.
Man, this guy is even dumber than I thought. He straight up threatened violence against the auditors right in front of the cops. And while the officer didn't bat an eye, I'd still say he did pretty well. Why? Because career killer audits ended up showing these clowns the footage, proving he wasn't harassing the women inside the bank after all. Cue the dramatic realization moment where they finally get that they were completely off base. It's like watching a live action oops, my bad moment unfold.
Quit filming and get them out of here.
Can't do that.
They can film all they want to. They can go ask for whatever information they want to. But when they come in and start acting aggressive and intimidating my wife and having her nerves and a bunch of women.
Can I ask you what they did to intimidate them?
Was aggressive. Mocked them. Mocked them. Can I ask you what y'all doing about it?
Nothing.
I can't do
There ain't nothing they can do about it. That's why I just called them and said there ain't nothing they can do about it.
It is a public building.
It is. So you're saying in a public building, listen, I'm not doing anything to these jokers that they haven't been in buildings doing to women up and down the street.
Brother, listen, I'm not
So
against you guys.
so if y'all didn't do anything to him, I can tell them what I want to tell them, correct?
I'm not against. I'm not telling you that
Let's
what
go on,
you're
boss.
doing is normal, or that I, you know, in any way condemn, you know, whatever it is that they're doing or not. What I'm telling
I'm
you
not gonna
is
have my
that
wife-
in terms of legal grounds, in terms of me placing him in handcuffs, it's not.
Oh, I know that's not what I'm after.
I can't.
You know, I get that.
Hey, they have
How about this?
constitutional rights
I'll
to
let
do.
you watch my video footage and you tell me if I was aggressive talking to your wife. Because I'm guessing you're talking about the school district building.
No, I'm not saying where I'm talking about, but
I mean,
can
that's
tell
the
you
only
this,
building I've been in,
I can
so-
tell you this, my wife don't lie to me.
I didn't say your wife lied because there was more than one woman that said that they were feeling, what was the word, nervous?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
But my name is Travis.
It's not that I'm saying a crime has been committed.
My name is Travis.
My problem is when women are sitting there feeling intimidated because of aggressive natures. And
I just watched his video and
we
I
didn't
did
watch that
not
whole
see.
video. We didn't watch it.
So
And it's like I say, my wife tells me he's in there mocking her and all that. I mean, look, you know.
Hey, boss, how much was left on that video? Can you-
Probably about 40 minutes altogether.
Oh, okay.
There's quite a bit left. Most of it was waiting, but yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm just gonna say that I'm not, like, again, no one here disagrees with you. I'm not gonna sit on my day off and sit here and record. I think it's weird. I think it's nervous. If I had a wife, I'd probably show up too.
Especially with what's going
Sure,
on right now.
100%. I get it. I get it, brother. You're concerned about the safety of your people. I get it.
But from a legal standpoint, no
No, I
laws,
get that, guy.
no crime has happened.
What you are
It belongs to
comparing
the
is a legal ground versus disrespect and personal, your own personal feelings.
That's the
towards
reason
something,
I'm up here over the disrespect.
100%. And I can't enforce disrespect. It's not illegal to
Yeah,
be
I
disrespectful.
get it.
You know what I mean? It's illegal for you to actually hurt
Look,
somebody or rob the bank. Or
I've got to get back to work. I've said my piece. It's just that, hey, I get it. You guys want to go in and ask for information. That's your right to do and everything.
Well, I'll tell you this. When you speak to your wife, you tell her I apologize if she felt like I was being disrespectful.
I'll definitely do it.
Thank you.
These days, finding good cops in First Amendment audits feels like searching for a needle in a haystack. So huge props to these officers for staying professional, respecting our rights, and helping to educate those clueless daring. I really wish there were more cops like them out there. But for now, we'll take the wins where we can get them. Here's hoping that one day bad cops will be so rare that First Amendment audits become a thing of the past. At the end of the day, that's what freedom is all about. First Amendment auditors and cop watchers just want the police to treat people with respect, which is exactly what we saw here. And like I've said before, that's what these audits are for, not to provoke or agitate, but to educate about the rights our founding fathers fought for. I totally support what career killer audits and for officer safety are doing, but we're curious. What do you all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed how they handled things, go subscribe to Career Killer Audits and For Officer Safety and let them know recognizing your rights sent you. We'll leave the links to their channels in the full video down below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you all tomorrow. And remember, never stop loving the Constitution.
Have I done something wrong?
Well, no, it's just, you know, with the prison right there, kind of, when somebody's just walking around and they see them videotaping and taking pictures, it just kind of starts making people a little nervous and they consider it suspicious. So,
Okay.
I just want to know if to see your ID so I can know who I'm talking to.
You just call me good citizen. How about that?
Just call you a good citizen?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I need your ID. Because I got to verify who you are, make sure you're not a threat to the prison or anything like that.
My only interest in the prison is to take pictures of it.
Do what?
My only interest in the prison is to take pictures of it.
Do you mind if I ask why?
How often do you see prisons? I'm not from here, so.
No, I understand. Like I said, it's just one of those things that kind of perks people's attention and
I don't know why. I mean,
well, I mean, for all they know, you could be over here scouting the location to plan a prison break.
I think if I wanted to do that, I'd just use Google Earth.
Well, yeah.
Be a lot less.
There's that too. You know, I'm just saying, just try to look at it from my perspective.
Okay.
You know, so that's why, you know, can I see your ID, please?
I don't want to give my ID.
Why?
Why would I?
Well, see, right now I'm trying to conduct an investigation.
Okay.
So I need to know who you are, so I can verify who you are.
It doesn't matter who I am.
Yeah, well, it does.
It doesn't.
It does, because I got a call about a suspicious person out here videotaping the prison. and the people going in and out of it. So I need to know who you are.
Okay.
So therefore, I need to see your ID, please.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So you're saying suspicious activity is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Right now, it's just a detention, just so I can verify that nothing criminal is going on.
Okay. So what reasonable, articulable suspicion do you have that I have committed or am about to commit a crime? Because you can't, this is a constitutionally protected activity. You can't criminalize a constitutionally protected activity for the purpose of a detainment. So what are you detaining me for?
For suspicious activity.
Okay, suspicious activity. You're saying public photography, which is a constitutionally protected activity, cannot be criminalized for the purpose of a detention. This is law enforcement 101. Come on.
Okay, this would go a lot
Are you
faster.
T-close? Are you T-close certified?
Yes, I am. This would go a lot faster and a lot smoother if you just let me see your ID. I can verify who you are and make sure you're not a threat to anything, and then we can both be on our way.
Well, no, what you actually want to do is get my name and my information so that you can check me for warrants, because they already know I'm no threat out here on the highway. And you know I'm no threat out here on the highway. But
How do I know you're not a threat? I don't know who you are. For all I know, you could be a wanted person.
Do you know anybody that's driving by on the road? Do you know who they are?
Hmm?
All these cars driving by on the road. You don't know who they are? Are you stopping every one of them and asking for ID?
When they're doing violations, yeah.
Okay. Well, we got a problem.
Okay.
Because I am not going to identify myself.
Okay.
So did he tell you to haul me off to jail?
No, as far as we know at this moment in time, you haven't committed any violations of the law. You haven't broken any laws. That's why I don't understand why you give me such a hard time just not identifying yourself. I try to ID everybody that I talk to.
Well, I mean, that's policy. That's your policy for your agency, is to ID everybody so that you can run them and check for warrants. I got it. I understand what you're doing. Okay, but here's and I'm just going to be honest with you. Okay, the issue is that this is my personal information, and in this day and age, the way the government misuses our personal information, and I'm not saying you're going to.
No.
Okay, I'm just saying in general, a citizen has got to be very guarded with what information they give out. If you're not careful, even you could end up on the terrorist watch list, for taking pictures of whatever, things you can see from the public road.
Yeah.
Which is, again, a constitutionally protected activity.
No, I understand. Like I said, the only reason I'm here is just because, it just makes people nervous, and they called it in as a suspicious person.
Well, the way some of these guys run that stop sign there makes me nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to sit up there and stop every one of them that does it?
Oh, we do quite a bit.
You stop people that run that stop sign right there, exiting the prison?
Not exiting the prison, no.
Yeah, that stop sign is put there by the county, and it's got the stickers on it and everything, so it's a legit stop sign.
No, we catch them running this one and the other ones up the street when they're coming and going from the prison that way.
Well, from what I've seen, you could sit here and generate a lot of revenue for the city right here, just sitting there at that corner. So how long before the chief gets here?
Just a minute.
Okay.
He's on his way.
Well, I didn't anticipate going to jail as part of my trip. But
well, you're not going to jail. I mean,
well, we'll see when the chief gets here, because I'm going to tell the chief the same thing I told you. You're not getting my ID.
Unless something.
How are you, sir?
I'm good.
Charles Rice, Chief of Police. Can you explain to me what's going on?
I am walking down the road taking pictures.
Okay. In front of a prison.
Sure.
Are you videoing the prison, or?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm also videoing the stop sign that all these prison workers are running, and just whatever else I can see. But I am taking pictures of the prison.
Okay. That's actually not a valid stop sign.
Actually, it is. It was put there by the county.
I didn't.
It's got the decals. It's got the decals on it. Yeah, it does.
It's not a public road.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Whoever sees prisons like this, it's unusual. It's out of the ordinary.
Okay. Well, in light of all the terrorist attacks and very sundry things that have happened in the past, it kind of makes us suspicious of you out here doing this.
Well, how many cameras flew into the Twin Towers? I don't know either. I don't think there were any. But terrorists generally don't carry cameras. They carry weapons,
they do a lot of
bombs.
preparation.
No, they don't.
Do you have an ID where you can give this officer your ID?
I'm not going to identify myself.
Why?
basically because I don't have to. I haven't
Yeah, you
broken the
do.
law. No, sir. I haven't broken the law. I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity.
Okay. What would that be?
Photographing public servants in the course of their duties.
It's also called suspicious persons and suspicious persons.
Okay. Is that a misdemeanor or felony?
It is a failure. It's a stop and ID. The U.S.
Texas
Supreme Court has given us the authority to stop and ID people that we deem suspicious in suspicious places.
Okay.
So you taking pictures of the prison is a suspicious thing at this time in the United States of America.
Texas Penal Code 3802 says I only have to identify if I've been lawfully arrested, not detained, not suspicious activity, not it's lawfully arrested.
All right. The Supreme Court outweigh the
Supreme Court has not ruled that. You're talking about Hibble versus Nevada,
Well, you may be
which is
smarter than I am on that.
Hibble versus Nevada is a stop and ID state, and they upheld the stop and ID state statute. Texas is not a stop and ID.
Actually, it was in New York.
Again, a stop and ID state, and they upheld the stop and ID state's statute. Texas statute, you have to go back to Turner versus Driver, which just came out in February.
You're far smarter at this than I am.
Maybe. We'll see here in a minute when you put the handcuffs
No,
on,
I'm not going to handcuff.
or I walk on down the road, whichever comes
No.
first.
We'll let you walk on down the road.
Okay. I have no ill intent here. I'm not here to harm anybody. I'm not breaking anybody out of jail. Okay, I'm just walking down here taking pictures of something I can see from the road that's interesting. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm not trying to get you guys wound up. You know, I'm just taking pictures.
Can you see our point of view?
I understand your point of view. But what I was telling him, he asked me why I wouldn't ID. And I'll tell you the same thing. In this day and age, with the way the government misuses people's personal information to put them on terrorist watch lists and all kinds of crazy things, okay? Citizens have got to be very careful about what information they give to law enforcement.
I'm not going to put you on any kind of watch list.
I understand. I understand.
I'm not doing anything to you. I just want to know who you are.
You can just
I introduced like a nice human being.
Absolutely, and I'm not trying to be rude to you. That's not my intention. I'm just trying to assert my right to be anonymous. I will give you my first name. My first name is David.
David, my name is Charles Rice. Glad to meet you.
And so, am I free to go? We're done here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you guys get back to work. If you want to find me, I'm easy to find. I'm going to be at Dairy Queen here in a little bit.
Okay.
All right.
You have a good rest of the day.
All right, you too.
The First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution is a cornerstone of our freedom, granting us the right to speak freely, including the ability to take pictures and record videos in public places. This fundamental right is not just about capturing moments. It's about preserving our ability to document events, report news, and express ourselves without fear of censorship or retaliation. The incident we're discussing is a powerful reminder of the importance of citizen journalism. In an age where traditional media is sometimes restricted, regular people with cameras and smartphones become the frontline defenders of truth. These citizen journalists play a critical role in keeping the public informed and holding those in power accountable. They remind us that press freedom isn't just for big news corporations. It's a right that belongs to every one of us. As we navigate through times when our civil liberties and democracy are under pressure, it's more crucial than ever to support and defend the rights of all citizens to express themselves freely. Whether you're filming at a post office, airport, public sidewalk, or even documenting a protest, you're contributing to a more transparent and just society. Every video taken, every story told is a step towards ensuring that no abuse of power goes unnoticed. So next time you see someone filming in a public space, remember, they're not just holding a camera. They're exercising their constitutional right to free speech. And if you ever find yourself in a situation where someone tries to stop you from filming, take inspiration from those who have stood their ground. By standing together, we can ensure that everyone's voice is heard and our democracy remains resilient for future generations. So let's keep the conversation going. Share your thoughts on the actions of the officers in the comments below. If you found this discussion insightful, don't forget to subscribe, and check out more videos on the channel. Also, be sure to visit the channel of the individual who stood up for our rights and show some appreciation for their courage. Links are in the description. Your support helps protect our freedoms and ensures that we all have the power to speak out and be heard. Filming in public is indeed a right protected by the First Amendment. Courts have consistently upheld this right, recognizing that taking photos and videos in public spaces is essential for free speech and press. For instance, in the case of Glegg versus Cuniff, the courts affirmed people's protected right to record public officials in public places. The video you mentioned involves people asserting their right to film on a public easement. They rely on legal cases that distinguish public areas from restricted state property. Public easements are meant for everyone, including filming, and the presence of public utilities in the area supports this argument. However, the correctional officer's questioning of filming authorization highlights a possible misunderstanding of state policies versus public rights. While security near a correctional facility is crucial, it must not infringe upon constitutional rights. The suggestion to contact a public information officer for permission seems to conflict with broader legal permissions for public filming. Balancing security and constitutional rights is essential. The debate centers around whether the precautions suggested by the officer are reasonable or overly restrictive. The photographer's argument about jurisdiction emphasizes the legal boundary between public and state property. Public spaces enjoy broader legal protections, even though some restrictions may apply to state-owned areas. Your voice matters. Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's continue exploring and advocating for our rights while ensuring community safety.